All right, so we're continuing to work through this problem. In the first video, we talked about how to distribute. In the second problem, we use circles and diamonds to combine like terms. And in this video, we're going to talk about moving variables and constants to other side. Okay, so just like I did before, I'm going to put circles around constants, diamonds around variables, and remember to always include either the plus or the minus sign on the left side, never on the right side, always on the left side, okay? So here's a constant, here's another variable, and again, remember that since there's no plus or minus here, we're gonna assume this is a positive 14n, okay? Okay, now, it really does not matter if you put the constants on the left side or the right side, and same thing with the variables. It actually doesn't matter at all as long as you're doing your algebra correctly. Usually we at the end will see like n equals, oops, not m, sorry. Usually we would see something like n equals some number. And so for that reason, people in general like to have the variables on the left side, but you really, really don't have to. And you'll actually start to notice sometimes it'll be easier just based off the algebra to move it to one side or the other. But that will come with a lot of practice and you recognizing the patterns, okay? For now, since I like the ends on the left side personally, I'm just going to move all of the variable terms to the left side. Okay, so when I say move them, we'll talk about what that means in a second. But when I say all the variable terms, I mean by the end of this video, I will have all the diamonds on the left side and all the circles on the right side. Okay, now I want to be very, very clear. When I say move, I don't mean we just get to pick up this positive, well, I guess I'm moving this 6. I don't mean we're going to just pick up this negative 6 and move it over here, okay? That's not what I mean at all. In order to move, we have to undo the operations, okay? So what I mean by that is really what I'm doing is I'm getting rid of it from one side, the side I don't want it on. And then because this is a scale, remember this is balanced, anything I do to one side, I have to do to the other side. So let me show you what I mean by that. Here, I have a minus 6n. I don't want diamonds on the right side because I decided I wanted them on the left side, okay? So if I'm going to undo a minus 6n, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add 6n to this side. Okay, and the reason those cancel out is because they're inverse operations, right? If I owe you $6 and then I give you $6, now I owe you no more dollars, right? But remember, if I add 6n to this side, I have to keep it balanced. So I also have to add 6n to this side. And you might be wondering, well, why did you write this so far away? Well, the reason is because here's an n and here's an n. So I like keeping them on top of each other. If I put the 6n here, that would be confusing because then I might think I have to add it to the 24, but 24 doesn't have an n. So remember, you can only do it with like terms. Okay, so on the left side here, if we add 6n, well, 14n plus 6n is going to give us 20 n's. And then we didn't do anything with this plus 24, so we're just going to leave that here tacked onto the end. Okay. Then we're going to move our equals down the river. On the right side, we, again, canceled out that 6n because I owed you 6n's, then I gave you 6n's, so now I don't owe you any more n's. But we didn't do anything to this 24, so I'm going to leave it here on the end. Again, now that there's no numbers in front of it, if we're looking at just the left side, I don't have to add a plus sign. In fact, not only do I not have to, but I'm not going to because that's not grammatically correct for math. Okay, so here's our new equation. But we're not quite done because if you look, I still have one diamond here and a circle there, right? And that's not what I wanted. I wanted all the diamonds on the left side, which I have, but I also wanted all the circles on the other side, okay? So we're going to do a similar process, and I want to undo it from this side so that it's gone from this side. So I'm going to take away 24 from this side. But if I take away 24 from this side, I have to take away 24 from that side as well. Okay, so again, let's look at this from the left side. If I take away 24, now I only have 20n on the left side. Okay, equals moves down the river. And then if I have 24, take away 24, now I have 0. And you might be thinking like, whoa, hold on a second, you can't have 0. Yeah, of course you can have 0. This just means that 20 times n is going to equal 0, which at this point probably is pretty obvious what n is going to be. But if not, that's fine, because we'll talk about that in the next step. But I have completed what I wanted to do for this video, which is I have all the diamonds on the left side and all the circles on the right side. Okay, so please watch the next video, even though I know you could probably do this in your head. Please watch the next video to see exactly how I solve for x by either multiplying or dividing.